What is up, guys? My name is Wommack. Welcome back to another video. Today it's a little different because today we want to talk about the t-shirt that I've created for my brand 3 Hills. I've started a brand a few months ago. I did a video introducing the brand. I'll link it right up here for you to go check it out if you want to, explaining the whole vision behind the brand and all that. But today I want to talk about the artwork of the new t-shirt that we just released. It's the washed tee, faded washed tee. It's this one right here with that faded face on that washed tee. And I created a reel on Instagram as well as a TikTok video taking you behind the scenes, showing you the whole process of creating this t-shirt in a really quick manner, and that totally blew up. You guys smashed that like button, you shared it, so thank you so much for the love on this reel. This really went viral and that means a lot to me. Thanks for the support, thanks for supporting the brand. And most of you guys also hit me up with a DM asking me how I created this artwork, and it's really not that hard to do. I'll show you again. It's that blurry face on the t-shirt right here. I hope you can see it right there. And actually it was just a picture that I took last summer, one of my favorite pictures right here of Maria. And then I took it into Photoshop and just edited a little bit, and that's what I want to show you today. I want to show you how I created this face look, maybe inspire you to also take some of your favorite pictures and kind of edit them in the same way, print them on a t-shirt maybe as well. So yeah, that's what I'm going to show you today. What you will need, of course, is Photoshop. Usually we do everything on the mobile phone on this channel here, but for this one it's a little bit of a more professional edit, so you will need Photoshop for your computer, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So what we want to do is open Photoshop, and then in Photoshop open that picture that we want to use. I of course will use the one that I printed on the t-shirt, and I'm going to show you step by step exactly what to do to create this blurry face faded effect, and it looks really cool on the t-shirt, so I'm going to show you how to do it now. So we're now in Photoshop here, as you can see, we have our picture loaded. This is the one I took of Maria last summer, and we can see here it's our main layer. So the first thing we want to do is turn the lock off here, and now we just want to take the eraser tool on the left side here and then just kind of erase the parts that we don't want to use for the artwork. And up here we just want to make sure that the size of the circle is right, and then the hardness should be at around 0%, so it's a really soft edge that we have here. Control Z, that was a little too much, and I just want to make sure to really cut the edges here that I don't need for this artwork. Maybe like this is good. I'm just gonna pull down the size a little bit to around here. Oh, it's too small. Maybe there, a little bigger even right here, just so I can not erase too much of the face. So I think this right here is a good starting point. Now the next thing we want to do is just make sure we create a bottom layer. So what we do here is just create a new fill and adjustment layer, solid color, turn this into black. Okay, and now I want to pull this layer beneath the picture that we just cut out here, because later we want to print it on a dark t-shirt. That's why I just want to have a dark background to see the effect, see how it's going to turn out. And I can see here we still have a lot going on around the face, so again I changed to the upper layer here, the picture, eraser tool, and just want to kind of narrow down on the face here. Something like this is good. The next thing we want to do is turn the picture black and white, so we go down here to create a new layer, and then what you want to do is select black and white. Right there we can see it turned black and white. Perfect. Now we want to go back to layer here, layer 0, our base layer, and then we hit select on top, and then we go to color range. And now we want to make sure that we only select the highlights in the picture, since we're going to print it on a dark t-shirt on a dark background, we want the highlights selected, and as you can see here, we select highlights. If you would select shadows, you would get the dark parts only, as you can see here. Maybe for a white t-shirt that would be cool, but we have a dark shirt, so we want to go select the highlights. And now you can choose the range here. The lower the range, the more dark spots it's going to take, so we might want to adjust this to around here. You can just play around with this and just adjust it to your liking, to where you like it. And once we have this, I think here it's great. We hit OK, and now you can see this area here is selected on our layer. Now we hit Command J to duplicate the layer, and now what we did is just duplicated only those selected highlights. So now if I turn this bottom layer off here by hitting that eye symbol, we can see that only the highlights are selected. It's already a really cool effect. Now maybe I want to erase a little bit of the shirt here. So again, eraser tool, make sure you're in the right layer, and then just kind of erase the bottom here maybe a little bit, and then again hit that layer. And now basically the last thing we want to do to give it that cool vintage blur effect is go to filter on top here, and then go to blur, select motion blur, and now you can see that it created that blur. Make sure that the angle is horizontal here, or if you want, you could also switch this up a little bit, and you can see it's dragged in different directions. I personally like the horizontal one most, right here. And then now you can just play around with the distance to where you like the picture to be blurred. I think maybe around here is where I had it, where it's cool. And once we have this, we hit OK, and that's it already. Now what you want to do is export the file right here, export as PNG file. That's very important because we want the background to be transparent. Now before we do this, we have to turn off that black layer here, and now you can see we have that transparent background again. So this is how we want to export it. So we hit File, Export as PNG, and then you can just put it wherever you want and just say artwork. Save it to the desktop, and that's it. Now I'll show you real quick how we're just going to transform it and transport it onto that mock-up of the t-shirt. Now here we're in Adobe Illustrator, as you can see on top here, and we have the t-shirt mock-up right here, right there, as you can see. So now what you want to do is just insert or just drag and drop the file that we have just created in Photoshop. So we put it to our desktop here. We called it artwork PNG. Pull it into the frame. It's going to be huge now, so we want to resize this by just kind of pulling the edges. And now you can see right here, it already looks amazing, just like on that t-shirt that we printed right there. And now you just add your brand name if you want. We put 3 Hills, of course, and the font I selected here was Druk Wide Bold. It's not a free font. You have to pay for this if you want to use it commercially. So make sure to always keep in mind that you have the rights to use the font. I think white, of course, looks much better right there. So yeah, just maybe a little smaller, so it's really just a subtle detail here, and then somewhere around here should be fine. And that's it.
And this is it, guys. I hope you could follow along to the whole tutorial. Let me know what you think about these kind of videos. Talking about the t-shirt a little bit more, because some of you guys also wanted to know what blank we used for the t-shirt. We didn't use a blank. We created it with the manufacturer in Turkey from scratch. So this is called a garment dyeing process. Might be interesting for you if you want to create these kind of washed, faded, kind of vintage look t-shirts in that light gray. So the first thing you want to do when you create this t-shirt is garment dye it, give it that light gray tone, and then later, after garment dyeing, it will go through a washing process in big kind of like washing machines that have sand inside them, so it will just fade it out even more, maybe even break up the structure of the t-shirt a little bit to give it that really worn vintage look. So yeah, I totally vibe with this t-shirt. I love it. It's one of the best shirts I made so far. And you guys seem to love it as well. So thank you so much again for the support that you've been showing. I hope this video was helpful, and definitely if you need anything else, always feel free to reach out at Stephen Wommack. DM me on Instagram if you want to, and make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, and please let me know what you think about these videos, explaining how I created prints, how I create the artwork, or also the products for the brand. And I'd love to take you behind the scenes more often. Yeah, just let me know. Thanks so much for watching. I hope I'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay creative, stay healthy, peace.